to 31 Days of Gratitude with Timidale David. In a time of uncertainty and chaos, how best can we respond as a people? We can respond with gratitude, knowing that a grateful heart is a thankful heart, and a thankful heart can overflow with abundance. Wow, can't believe it. This is the 8th day of our conversation. I want to thank you once again. I do not take it for granted that that we are sitting down together and going through this. It's a 31 days of gratitude. There must be something we should be grateful for, even in the midst of the chaos and the crisis that is in our world. Because if we don't, we might not be able to create a vision for a better tomorrow. We must have an attitude not just to survive the moment, but knowing that we can create a better future. Just a little recap, one of the things that we shared in the last 7 days is that if we could not, or if we don't see a better future, we might not be able to sustain ourselves in the years to come. Because 10 years from now, we will not be talking about the crisis in the world today, but we're going to be reading it in the news. Our moment of gratitude today is from Epictetus. He said that he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those things which he has. And so in life, there are things that you would think you don't have. In life, you will see that your neighbor has one thing better than you. Sometimes, you remember the story of the 5 talents, the 2 talents, and 1 talent. The one that has 1 talent felt that the one that has the 5 talent is more important than him. But Epictetus is telling us that if we dwell, if we sit down, if we grieve on the things we don't have, we're likely going to miss the mark. But he said that we should rejoice for the things which we don't have. Now, the story in my heart today is about the wall of Jericho. You remember they were moving to the promised land, and they got to a stopping block. They got to a place where they couldn't move forward, and it was a brick of wall. There was nothing they could do. It's a huge city, and they must pass through it for them to get to the promised land. The same way there are crises we are experiencing in our world today, and if we need to move to the next level in our life, we must go through this crisis. But what did the children of Israel, what did they do? The scriptures told them what to do, and they did it. And I was watching the animation with my kids the other day, and I saw that the places were walled, the soldiers were on the wall, but the Israelites were marching around the wall, singing, rejoicing, shouting hallelujah. And from the animation, I see these people, they were laughing at the Israelites. What are they doing? They don't think that they are going to, they don't think a miracle will happen by just singing and rejoicing. People of God, if we could rejoice during this crisis, because it's a choice. If we could rejoice, it could be grateful during this crisis, miracles can happen. Miracles could happen. It starts with rejoicing. It starts with rejoicing. The Israelites were rejoicing in the midst of the war, in the midst of the brick of war. They were shouting, they were praising, because they know God has not brought them far to abandon them, because they know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Only if you could rejoice. There is a miracle. There is a miracle at the door. Thank you for taking time to be with me today. See you tomorrow, and remember, we are to occupy till we come.